So today what I'm going to do is to replace this with the one with the Bluetooth function, with the speech and call take up and call off function. The stereo is capable. It's having the SWC steering wheel control functions inside. So only with that it is able to do this. But now we are talking about the other Bluetooth features also. You are able to buy the Bluetooth version from this one. I bought from AliExpress. It's duplicate, but then you could see it's ditto the same. There's no difference, except you could see a bit of difference in the shade, the color, the size. Everything is ditto the same, no difference at all. The wording, you could see that this is more sharp, the original one, but compared to this is not that sharp. Okay, I've already fixed this earlier, but I'm just redoing this just for this video's sake, so that I'll be able to share with you all, and you can also see how to do it and change accordingly if you want. It's good. It's having the speech function, it's having the call take up and call off function. The rest is the same. There's no difference. There's another version which is coming with the camera. I most probably will be trying if it is successful. But I need to see whether the stereo will have that option. I don't see an option of camera at this moment. But then I know for Mitsubishi Eclipse, the other version, it comes with original with the camera version, camera button also here. So let's see whether that feature is available. I will update that in another video if it is successful. Okay, let's before I change this, let me show you the capability inside the system, so that we can set it up. So here I go to user interface. So inside user interface you could see this steering remote controller. Okay, you see here, these are the functions which are available. My screensaver actually is not showing that properly. So the first one here is basically the volume up, then volume down. You can see the next button, fast forward and backward. Then the below are more showing on the source. This one is the source button, which is this mode. It is now put to this mode. And then see the three buttons there: the speech button, the call pickup and call off. So now I could see only this. So these are the ones which I can assign. So I think I cannot assign for the camera. I need to see how it's, maybe once I hook up the camera it may come up, because this set do have additional input for camera. Usually there will be only one input for reverse camera and auxiliary, but this one I noticed that it is having another input other than the auxiliary for the camera, because this DDA-X also is compatible with the Kenwood. I think the model number is 520, which is the camera which is capable of doing a lot of things inside the lane departure warning, collision warning. All these things are there inside that camera. So basically if you fix that on top of here and hook up to this, it gives more capability for the stereo. Okay, so so looking at this, so basically if you have a stereo, and if that stereo the head unit, and that head unit is able to adjust for your steering wheel control, you can look for steering remote controller setting, which is like this given here, or SWC, steering wheel control. Then you can look whether the manual says whether you can adjust this, I mean, then you should be able to. So basically how it functions is that it's just having this should be having a Bluetooth capability to connect. I don't know whether it is I mean through this, these are actually going through wires. You can see inside it's having wires, so it's that. Okay, so now let's go into the installation. This, when I bought from AliExpress, it came with a wiring. So this wiring is also the same wiring as the one which is in original. But then this comes with wiring because it is together with cruise as well as this one, you know. So that's why you can see two green ports here. But anyway, the original one is already just plug and play only, you know, so you don't have to use this wiring even if they keep. So this is basically for those vehicles which does not even have these. That means just comes with us and doesn't have this wiring at all. So that is when you should be using here. If you already have something, then you don't have to, I mean this type of, at least this basic feature, then you don't have to use the wiring which they keep. So there's only one particular connection here, that is this one, the one I told you, the green port which goes inside here. The rest, it's nothing, it's just one screw behind. The screw is below. So later I will show you the screw, how to take it out. Okay, I've seen many videos saying that before you dismantle this or take this portion out or anything to do with your steering, you have to be very careful of the airbag. It may explode. I was a bit puzzled, so I have done more research on this to see whether it is true or not. And because the very first time when I removed, I just took a chance. I didn't even unplug the battery. I just directly removed it, you know, thinking that airbag should not be exploded just like that, you know. I mean, then when you bang the car, when you bang the steering and all, it should explode, right? So if it is not, then there is something else which is triggering this. Then I was going through, then I saw that it is not just banging here or just shaking here or taking out this, you know, will explode this one. It'll never, unless there's one of the electric component inside behind this airbag. If somehow it got short and then electric is passed through this, you know, current is passed through that wires, then only this will explode. So the mechanism, very simple, is that, you know, this whole thing is functioned by the SRS computer system. It's another chip inside the car. So what it does is that once in the car, in different places, it's having in almost at the exterior in front, it's having those sensors, which collision sensor. Once there's a collision, it will immediately sense that and sense that information to SRS. SRS will decide based on the depth of that collision, and then it will send a signal to this. I mean, there's another component behind the airbag, and it will pass a current to that that device, and that device activates. Actually, what it does is that there's a chemical reaction happening, and because of that, it will pump in that gas through the holes of that device to the airbag, and it says that it will only take 1/4 of the blinking of the eyes to open up this airbag. So it's pretty fast, you know. So if you're worried about this thing will explode when you open up, I'm not worried, but I don't say that you should, I mean, you don't have to be the same like that, like me, you know. If you want, you can actually remove the terminal of the battery if you think that is safe. But then if you're doing that is also not just valid just like that, you know. You still need to wait for about 1 hour or plus, so that there is no current flowing to this, So basically, for this removal, you don't have to disable. I mean, this is what I feel. You don't have to disable the battery if you think airbag is going to explode, unless you are touching any of these components, any of this area behind this, But now it's purely this one, so there shouldn't be anything, any problem. You can directly go into changing this. Okay, what all tools you need in order to take this out? Basically, you just need two tools. One is just a cross screwdriver, and this thing, usually used to take out from, use this to dismantle the car stereo, all those areas, So you won't leave any marks since you are using plastic. Okay, so first thing is that this car is the sports version, so it does have the paddle. So because of that, you cannot see the screw if it is right. So what you need to do is you need to first change the position of the steering wheel to make it in such a way that it is not covered by the paddle. Okay, so this is accessible now. Yeah, just want to show that the original one comes. It will show the lights in the dark mode. You can see, yeah, there are lights. Okay, we can see after we fit the one aftermarket one whether that also will blow up. Okay, so since you have positioned the steering wheel accordingly, you can switch off the car. Just behind this controller, underneath this controller is the screw which we need to take out. So let me show you. So after we have put the steering in this position, it's easily visible. I think it is a bit dark. Okay, here you go. Hope you can see that. Yeah, the screw is inside this big hole. There are two holes basically, but the second one is the one. So there's a bit less light here. I can. So basically, I removed the screw. It's a small screw. So I remove the screw. Now it's time to take out. So it's after removing the screw already, you can see there's a gap coming up. So basically you just need to pull this out. This, I'll show you the other one. There are this two which is actually holding. So it's like a clip, You need to take it out. That is the only lock here. So that is the thing which is actually holding this screw. And when you take it out, just be a bit, you will just watch out for this portion because there's a cut inside, so you need to pull that out, and this is the wire. So basically that's it to remove this. So this portion, because it is going underneath the airbag, so that is the portion you need to just pull it out towards you, towards down, so that you can then bring it up. And it's a bit tight here on the wiring side, so just take a bit of care when you do that. Now there is already a press, you need to press here to remove this, that's all. So see, this is the adapter I was talking, the port I was talking about, and this is the one which is going in. Okay. Now This is the original one. I'm replacing with the one which I bought. So let's look at the fitting. Just plug and play. That's all. Just I didn't do anything. Just push it up. That's all. So put it back, slot it in. Give a bit push on this side to slot the switch, the wiring also inside. Then press this back. That's it. You are done. Now fix back the screw. So yes, let's start and see. Yep. So let me bring it closer so that all can see. This looks pretty fine. I don't see any much difference here other than the shade I told you. It's a bit compared to the original one. The original is a bit more brighter. But anyway, when the light comes in, I was telling you the light earlier. See, the lights are also there. Wow, pretty nice. Okay. Let's see whether it is already red. Mine, it might have already stored because I told you that I have fitted this earlier. So I am just redoing it just to show you. So I think it is already there. No? And if you want to change, you just go to the learning learning initialization. Then you can actually set one by one by pressing here and this one. So that is how it learns what to be set to which control, what to map. It's basically doing a mapping. So here mine is already the changes I have done, and let me test. So this one is a source. Oh, I need to go back from here. Okay, so source, it keeps on changing. That's okay. Maybe from here to be better. Okay, I just want to put, maybe I'll switch on the CD play first. There's no CD. Yeah, it's coming in. So let me put the volume up. Yes. Volume down. Volume up, volume down. Skip. Next one. Yes. Back. Yes, it's functioning. I'm using the fast forward. Yes. Okay, now it's the time to do the call functioning, the speech function. Let's see whether it will bring up. I don't know whether my camera will be switched off because it activates my. So it's working fine. Since I'm using my phone to record, that's why it's going off when I switch on this. But then it is activating the speech control. So you can see here also it, when I click the speech control, it's saying, please speak into the microphone. Then Also the phone pickup and stop, this also is working fine. Just now I tested. Okay, so you also can try. This is a good feature, you know. I mean, usually this feature is good so that you don't have to take your eyes away from the front. Once you by heart this 3 switch, then it is very comfortable to pick up the phone as well as to navigate, dial whatever number it is, you know. So it's basically giving the instruction to the phone, so the phone knows, and it will dial accordingly. This way you can even if for iPhone it will be as Siri, it will be activating Siri, and for Android you can put it to activate Bixby. So this is basic on and off function for the phone. So that's all for today. Thank you very much, and hope I'll be able to come up with another video just to show with the camera option. But I need to first install the camera in this. I'm actually trying to install the 360-degree view camera. So I'm thinking that once I install that, if I'm using up that camera function, I need to see whether it is activating one more feature inside this steering wheel control, so that I can trigger that and map it to the one with the camera side. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Anything for me to improve on what I have seen, or any shortcut method, you know, share with me, put it in the comment area, so that I also can learn. I mean, I'm not a specialist on this. By profession I'm in IT, but I just do this as a hobby, so thought of sharing with you all also. So thank you very much, and have a good day.